I the a-hole for asking my boyfriend to not open the bathroom doors on me at his parents' house? Me 30 and my boyfriend 31 are visiting his parents for a few days. They live in our old house important. The only bathroom has 2 doors, one inside with no lock and one that leads outside with a lock. The only way to know someone's in there is by the light or knocking. Day 1 he walked in on me while I was on the toilet. I said I wasn't okay with that, he said nothing. Day 2 he turned on the bathroom light and stayed a while. I waited. He left, came back and left again but didn't turn off the light. I assumed he was still in there. After 15 minutes I knocked, no answer. I opened the door saying coming in and found it empty. I told him I'd been waiting. He got mad, saying I should have told him I needed to go and should have known he left. I just went in. I really had to go and I was on my period, so it'd take longer. 2 minutes later, he opened the outside door again. I said, "Can you knock? This makes me uncomfortable." He got annoyed and said I should be done already, no one can see in, and there's nothing to worry about. I said it still made me uncomfortable. He yelled, "There's a lock for a reason," and left. I locked the door to change. 2 minutes later, he pounded on it. I jumped, dropped something, and said calmly, 2 minutes. He yelled again that I was making a fuss. Then he went around and opened the door on me again. I was already sobbing, so I left. Later he texted, "Have fun at the beach. Sorry for opening the door on you." I'd have opened it no matter who was in there. Incident 3, we were feeding our dogs in the bathroom. His mom's dogs fight with ours. I was changing my top and told him. While I was still undressed, he called his mom to come in. I said, "Whoa," and he said, "Oh, you're not done?" Later, while chatting, I said I had to pee. He opened the inside door, his mom and stepdad were right there. I just said his name and really? Day 3, I told him I was going to the bathroom. He came to the outside door again. I said, "This isn't working." I'd 1 turn on the light, 2 close the door, 3 lock it. He said, "Whatever works for you." This morning I clearly said I was going. I did all 3 steps. 3 minutes in he knocked. I said, "Busy." He started opening it. I repeated, "Busy," louder. He paused, then stuck his head in. I said, "What the heck?" I said, "Busy." He said, "You're clothed and not on the toilet. What's the problem?" I said, "It's about boundaries. I've asked you not to do this." He said, "You used to leave the door open all the time." I said, "We lived here alone back then. Even then I asked you to stop opening the back door on me." I asked how he'd feel if I did the same at my parents'. He said, "I'd just rotate myself." I said, "Well, I can't. I care if people see me, and that should be enough." So, Reddit, am I the a-hole for asking my boyfriend of 3 years not to open the bathroom door on me at his parents' house? Am I complaining for nothing here since nothing did happen?